We're going to take a look at some ways that you can assist students through word processing, keyboard, and fonts. If you have a student who is dyslexic, you might be interested in knowing about the Dyslexia font. It was created by a person who was dyslexic himself and had trouble reading. The font counters the rotation, flipping, and reversal of letters that students have issues with. Each of the fonts has extra space between the letters and between the words. Additionally, the capital letters are bolder, so the reader will be able to identify the beginning of a new sentence. This is a fantastic option for families because the home edition is a free download. The school-wide solution does start at $59 per computer, but if you only have a few students who have an issue with dyslexia, you can choose to put it on one or two laptops or desktops that child can use. If a student has issues with low vision, you can assist them with the colors on the page. Here you can see the difference between black letters on a white background, which is pretty much the standard color scheme that people use, and yellow letters on a black background. The yellow on black is higher contrast and can be easier for some students with low vision to read. It's easy to teach the students. In Word, you can go to Design and choose the page color of black and then use the yellow font. In Google Docs, if you go to the File menu, go to Page Setup and choose Page Color. Again, you can choose the color black and then select a white font. Additionally, with low vision, a very simple solution is to teach students how to zoom into their text. So whether that's using a toolbar or whether it's using a drop-down menu, teach your students how to change the size of the page. Oftentimes, students will prefer to have the page zoomed in at 220% rather than looking at 100%. And again, this can help all students learn. Some students have information processing issues where they can tell a fantastic story. They have a difficulty translating that story from what's in their mind to handwritten or typewritten words. We have so many different methods of assisting students with voice typing these days. If you're a Google school, in Google Docs, the Tools menu has an option called Voice Typing. This was incredibly accurate. I began the story of the Three Little Bears, and what you're seeing on the screen is the direct translation of my voice to the words. Once it's in the word processor, the student will need to do some minor fix-ups, but it is far easier for the student than if they had to handwrite it or type it. On Mac computers, the System Preferences option has a choice called Dictation. When Dictation's turned on, the function key is pressed twice. Again, I did a sample beginning of the story of the Three Little Bears, and again you can see that the Mac voice typing was very accurate. Windows also has a voice recognition. In the Settings option, you can search for speech recognition. It will assist you with menus in activating the speech recognition. Pressing Control Windows key will activate the voice recognition mode, and it can be reactivated by saying Start Listening. Now, in this instance, I used the voice recognition mode, but I didn't have it going up to the cloud, up to Microsoft's computers to check what I'm saying and what was being typed. So this was not the best rendition of typing compared to Apple and Google Docs, but if you are a Windows school and you have a microphone attached to the computer, a student still can go into Google Docs to use their voice typing. Teachers who teach foreign languages will tell you that Google Translate does not do an excellent job in translating words for students. With that in mind, if we are supporting English language learners, especially if a student just comes to the school and is learning English for the first time those days and weeks and months, the Google Translate tool can help you support those students. Additionally, it can help you support the students' parents. So if the students are doing well with speaking and writing English, but their parents are still having difficulties, you can at least make an effort at the principal's level in the school's office to support those parents by translating things that are going home in the backpack into their native language. Teachers have an additional opportunity with dictation and Google Translate. If a student in class has a difficult time understanding English, or if a child has an issue with hearing, the teacher can turn on dictation on whatever device they're using. And so if this was the introduction to a religion class, the teacher might say, today we are going to be talking about one of Jesus' miracles. So that would be captured through dictation. If a child simply had trouble keeping up with the listening skills, that dictation could be checked and posted to a location that the student could access it. And again, in thinking about universal design for learning, not only could that one student benefit from reading what was said in the class, but all students could. If a student was an English language learner, the teacher could check the dictation and then copy and paste it into Google Translate and provide that student with at least an additional support to understanding what was said in class.